Morning.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good this morning.
You're doing very well this morning?
Yep. Are you? I'm doing pretty good. Oh, I got some feedback. You're doing very well this morning? Yeah. Are you? Okay. Live stream was on, sorry. But yeah, we're streaming live now on YouTube and I've shared it over.
Okay,
So we should be ready to go.
okay, thank you. Hi, Rebecca.
Hey, how is the trip?
It's going well. Yeah, we are. I heard it was freezing in Muncie.
It is, but whatever.
I mean, is it like
Is
nasty
it
freezing?
where are you at in Columbia?
We're down about 2.5, 3 hours out of Bogota, going south down the
Okay.
mountain. So we're probably Bogota is about 8,700 feet, and
Okay.
we're probably at about oh 2,200 feet. So,
Okay.
weather gets warm as you go down the mountains. So,
Yeah.
um,
Hey, well, you're missing the cold, so that's good.
yeah, well, we're coming back to it for Juliet.
Yeah, I have never been so cold than the Christmas I came home from Venezuela. Like I mean I just feel like you're just freezing. I think your blood thins or something.
Yeah,
You can no longer warm yourself.
could be. Yeah, it's gonna be a shock. Yeah, coming back. We've also had, her family in and out of the house for like the last 6 months.
Ah,
And now we're going back to just us.
yeah.
Were you
I
traveling?
We went on a
This,
cruise.
I mean, like another one?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, wow.
Sadie didn't want to do presents for Christmas, so we decided to do a trip. And it's really like when you have like Sam's girlfriend came, when there's multiple people, it's actually like really pretty cheap
Yeah.
for to have a trip. So, and we can drive, so we drove down. We didn't pay for flights or whatever, but it was really fun. I met with some people this week. Their daughter swam and played tennis with Sadie. And they want to start trying to get like they'd like to get a house for her. She's at Ball State.
Uh-huh.
They can do things. But I didn't know if we had anything little coming up that we thought we would be getting that we don't have something to do with.
Not exact. I don't.
If we end up getting 501 South Proud, yeah, but otherwise, um, like 819 North Burns, but that's it.
North Burns.
Yeah,
That's over on Whiteley.
so probably not the best location.
I told him it
For
wouldn't be a good location.
For studying at Ball State. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. Nate, did you see my
Um,
question about if you wanted to pursue QT to interrupt? Sorry, pursue QTA with Leslie or just First American?
Um, on the new properties we're talking about.
On the 4 from the county, and then, or the 3 from the county for habitat, and then the tax certificate that is a deed. No.
I mean, I think our plan was to try to do a trial run with First Title, wasn't it?
Well, you had sent like the tax certificates, you had sent them to Leslie. And she said she hadn't been told to do QTA yet, but she could. So I didn't know if like you wanted to keep one with her and then do QTA with First American for the rest. But
I think let's just run them all. What is it? First American?
yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Dustin. Who's number 44? Is that Dallas Clark?
Yeah.
That's some useless knowledge for you right there. I can pick out a guy's number from Peyton Manning era.
Tony Dungy
Nice.
signed and Dallas Clark signed. And then that's all their
awesome.
cards.
Okay. Did you actually walk up? Or how did you get that? Morning, Gene.
The Tony
Morning,
Dungy, I met him on Ball State campus.
Okay.
The other one was a birthday gift.
Awesome.
If you're going to ask about jerseys, you should ask about the Mayor's Pacer jersey.
Is that a recent one
Yeah,
from
I,
this year's team?
well, it's actually from last year's team that went to the finals, game 7 of the finals. So they,
Yeah.
my team got me a jersey. It says, it's signed by all of the players from last year. And it's number 34 and it has my name on the back. And I asked
Awesome.
why, and they said that it was because I was the 34th Muncie mayor. So yeah,
That's cool.
so I mean I'm a 40. I hate to admit, well, I don't hate to admit it, but it tells me how old I am. But I'm a 43-year Pacer season ticket holder, and of individuals, not businesses, but of individuals, I'm the longest continual season ticket holder in the Pacers organization.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Of individuals. Now, don't add that up as far as the
That's a long time.
cost.
It's Dan, it's probably because Sharon Robinson stopped going.
That's right. I used to see that. From my seats, I could see her. I could see it. Yep. But there are businesses that have been there longer. But yeah, and I've had several seats. I mean, we were in the upper deck when we had 2 kids in college because we paid for that. We didn't want anybody to go with debt, and we wouldn't go into debt for it. So we moved the seats around as our finances needed. I love my seats now. So I'm not on the 50-yard line, but it's a price I love. It's an easy in and out, and I'm going tonight. I'm faithful. Man, they're
They play
struggling
tonight.
with all the injuries.
When they play tonight.
Tonight they play New Orleans.
Okay.
The 2 worst teams in the league playing
Who said
tonight,
that?
right?
Who said
It was me.
that?
I love the Pacers. but you know, of course, this
They
year's
are.
been a little disappointing.
No, it'll be nice because next year we'll have a really high draft pick and Halliburton. will
Yeah.
be-
Yeah, well, I hate that we lost Miles Turner. My grandkids have his jersey. I'm still a Miles fan, but yeah, I can be a little fair weather friend about their winning and losing this year.
Well, I want them to play.
I see them coming back.
Transitioning off of sports and before we get to the land bank agenda, it is Nate's birthday.
Oh, happy
Yesterday.
birthday.
Oh,
Yesterday. Thank you.
Happy.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Nate.
So are we gonna sing, guys?
Oh, if you lead the way.
Only if you lead it off,
okay,
Dan.
we
It
will
was
be-
yesterday.
Wow.
Probably not a good idea.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I don't hear anybody else singing.
Oh, wow, we
Birthday.
did
There's a
it.
reason for that.
Happy birthday to you.
I must have been on
Thank you.
mute.
Many
Sorry.
That's
more.
amazing.
Appreciate it.
That's fun.
All right, I think, do we have quorum here?
Yes. Heather is not making, Heather's not gonna make it, so I'm going to, after
Take our
the
minutes.
meeting, do the minutes.
All right. Well, it is 9:03. We will go ahead and get this meeting started. Welcome to the January meeting of the Board of Directors. This is our first meeting for this year. On our agenda, as always, is our consent agenda, which is the last meeting, December's minutes and December's financials and the financials for 2025. Assuming everyone has had a chance to review the consent agenda, I would entertain a motion to approve as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Seconded.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda as presented. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, all in favor, we will do roll call, signal by saying aye. Rebecca,
Aye.
Dustin,
Aye.
Dan,
Aye.
Annette,
Aye.
John,
I
and I makes it unanimous. Oh, there's Jean. Jean,
I'm having trouble with my downtown Wi-Fi. I don't know what's happening. I keep talking to AT&T.
no worries. We just approved the consent agenda.
Apologies.
Oh, no
I
worries.
would have voted
Uh,
yes.
The next items on our agenda are, first is our bit of a reorganization, our election of our officers for the board. Staff has reached out to the exec committee, Heather, Annette, Rebecca, and I, and everyone wished to continue to serve. We normally just take nominations off the floor in our January meeting. So I would open it up.
One-
to this.
One thing, Annette did say that she was willing to serve, but she'd be happy to pass that off to Jean specifically with her background. And I contacted Jean and Jean said she'd be happy to take over as treasurer. So, Jean is
Depending
also,
on what
nominate
Annette
Jean as
wanted to do.
treasurer.
No, I suggested that to Nate. Jean, if you are interested and willing
Sure,
to do
sure.
that.
You want to, we can handle this one position at a time or the whole slate. Are there anyone else that wants to be an officer? If I hear no other candidates, I'm going to take a nomination for the slate to speed things up. So the slate as it would stand would be myself as chair, Rebecca as vice, Heather as secretary, and now Jean as treasurer, correct? Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a
Second.
second? A motion and a second. Are there any other comments, questions, or concerns? Roll call vote. All in favor of the slate, signal by saying aye. Rebecca,
Aye.
Dan,
Aye.
Dustin,
Aye.
John,
I
Annette,
Aye.
Jean,
Aye.
and I. Makes it unanimous. Our officers for the 2026 year will be myself, Rebecca, Heather, and Jean. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for being willing to serve.
Thank you.
The next item, got to pull up my agenda, sorry. The next two items, I'm going to let Zach kind of walk us through. They are going to be voting items pertaining to our properties. Zach, do you want to take us through 2203 South Meeker?
Yeah, 2203 South Meeker. That's a property we got as a donation. It's in pretty poor condition. Pastone was going to take that on as a Chodo project, but that fell through. So we've been showing it to different contractors. A few of them have said that it wouldn't work for them because of the amount of work. Jay Deutschman, who was we sold a couple months ago 2123 and 509 to him. We approved it, but we just closed on that this month. But he wants to take it on. So we agreed on a price tentatively of 3,000 plus closing. Yeah, but it needs a lot of work. It has foundation issues. It has termite damage. So it's going to be a pretty expensive rehab. He created a letter, and it's under property bids and then under 2203, just about estimated costs, along with the other properties he owns and his financial statement.
Thank you, Zach. Are there any questions for Zach?
I see that Mr. Deutschman owns quite a few other properties. Do we have any, have you all went to look and see if he's making progress or maintaining the properties that he owns?
The ones that he showed us have been completed, the rehabs. So I believe he's making progress. The ones that we sold him, we just closed on those. When I made that post about our 100 properties, those two closings made the 100 properties. But he was explicit that he is increasing his capacity because he's found more subcontractors to work with him, or contractors to work with him. So he's going to be able to take on more properties at once.
And I will also say I've met with him as the mayor. We're working with him on a couple other things. He tends to do, he might have 10 or 15 properties, but he'll be working on the remodel and upgrades of maybe 3 to 5 at one time. So if he's not started on the new ones yet, that doesn't mean that he won't. And I've not seen him ever come before the Unsafe Housing Board, which I also serve on. So I think he's got resources, and he has a drive and an ability. So I would think he's a good option for us.
Yeah, and on top of that, those two properties and then this one will as well, we've been using deed restrictions. So for some reason, within the 1.5-year time frame that we set, he doesn't meet the criteria of doing what he said he was going to do, then we have the ability to take that property back.
Go ahead.
The estimate looks kind of low, because as you know, we did build a scope of work and get an estimate. He may be doing things cheaper, obviously, because of the GC and the company that we were using having to pay their own people and use subs and all of that. So what is he doing with is it going to be a rental? Is
Yes.
that right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think if you guys are happy with the work that he's done previously, and obviously, the mayor has dealt with him and had a good experience. So, sounds like it would be a good project for him.
John, you had something else to say, I believe?
Oh, it's not really 100% about this. I was just wondering if we have a way of noting and tracking the deed restrictions. Is that like in our property management system so that we're checking up? I mean, how a year and a half passes.
we
Is
have
there
a
like an
set-
alarm that comes off? Make sure that
Yeah, so we have a set schedule of checking in. It's going to be basically it's a year and a half period, and we split that into 3 different checkups. And like for Remed on 25-23, he's moving so fast, so those restrictions are going to be released well ahead of time. But it's not always like that. So yes, we're constantly checking in to make sure that things are being met.
thank you.
Are there any other comments, questions? I would entertain a motion to approve the disposition.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Are there any other last comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none. Roll call. All in favor, signal by saying aye. Rebecca,
Aye.
Dan,
Aye.
Annette,
Aye.
Dustin,
Aye.
John,
I
and Jean.
Aye.
And I makes it unanimous. Staff will begin transfer process. Zach, do you want to go on to the next one or have the agenda right in front of me for the address?
Yes, 329 South Grant is a vacant property that we've been holding for quite some time now. It's a really small, kind of an awkward property. It's right next to the train tracks. So we've been holding it. We've been seeking people who might have interest in it. Sent letters to all the adjacent owners to maybe sell it as a side lot. That didn't, nothing came of that. Jasmine Taylor, who is someone who's been very, we have a relationship with her through Habitat. She lives in the industry neighborhood. She wants somewhere to start growing produce, so she wants to do kind of a community garden. And she's willing to bid $500. So this will be the first time that we actually use the new policy on pass-through agreements for the vacant lot disposition that we approved at the beginning of last year. So this is where the A&D committee is going to approve. If we approve the bid, the land bank actually still continues to hold this property while these improvements are completed, and we wouldn't actually complete the disposition until we've deemed those improvements are completed. So it's very similar to using deed restrictions, except it's going to be cheaper. And then so she would pay for the insurance and the property taxes that accrue between the period of approving the pass-through agreement and signing the pass-through agreement, and then actually taking on that property. But then, yeah. Any questions?
So this is just a way to protect the land bank to if they don't follow through, we don't have to go through a bunch of legal steps in order to retain control of the property. Is that right?
Yes.
I know that Jasmine went through that Impact X class with Mike Martin a couple years ago, trying to start community-oriented enterprises. Nate and I and Zach and our planning studio last semester had a chance to meet with her and lean on her experience in the industry neighborhood. So I think this would be a good community effort and a good exercise of this new policy that we have.
I move to accept the bid.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any last comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none, roll call vote. All in favor, signal by saying aye. Rebecca,
Aye.
Dan, gotcha. Annette,
Aye.
John,
I
Jean, gotcha. And Dustin,
Aye.
And I makes it unanimous. Another transfer will be started by the staff. Thank you very much, everyone. And that, I believe, ends our voting items on our agenda. From here on out, it's items of general discussion, which is mostly just updates. John?
Also, just wanted to make sure that we congratulate the staff on the 100th property sale. Now that we're through those dispositions, good work, Nate and Zach.
Thanks.
That's impressive.
Absolutely. Thank you and congratulations. And what I think our first is fundraising and development. Nate, do you want to lead us through these? You're still muted.
Sorry. We had a meeting a couple days ago with George and Francis Ball, talking about the work going on in the Old West End. Thinking about that area as, you know, it's going to have some 30-some new families, plus, hopefully. And so there's going to be other opportunities for quality of life amenities, things that might line up more with George and Francis Ball. It was just more of a get to know each other a little bit more, share, and invite them, you know, their input, invite them to, maybe at a later date, see about how they can be more directly involved. Any questions about that? Okay. Zach, you want to take the next?
Yeah.
You can just keep going down unless there's questions.
Okay.
So we sought a quote. We want to have proper good documentation of the state of the Old West End right now, and then we want to have that documentation also after. So we have some good before and afters of the change that's taken place to the built environment. We reached out to Matt Howell, who we work with at Farmhouse Creative. He recommended Tylonia Studio, who has done work. I believe he was contracted by the lead developer of the new firehouse on Martin Luther. So then he gave us a quote. It'd be for 1 year. He'd go in and take the before pictures of all the homes that are going to be demolished and all the homes that are going to be rehabbed. And then he's also going to do once a month basically a drone flyover of the entire development site. So then this would be a contract that we'd need to re-up another year if we like the work that he's done so far. But he's also going to basically put the video together for us. So he's going to do all the editing and post work too.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I don't know if this is necessarily, it doesn't need to be based on our bylaws. We would need signatures. It doesn't necessarily need to be a voting item, which is why it's down here. But we would like your input as a board, what you guys think of this idea.
I use Ty a lot, and I feel like his pricing is really fair and he does a really good job. And I do think the just the whole concept of having the drone photography as we go through, I think or the video or whatever, I think is really good because it is going to be drastic. And I think over the course of a year, it will look very different.
The other option is for me and Nate to get a drone and to crash into the houses. So
I think this is a great idea. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I've seen Ty's work. It seems to be high caliber work. So yeah, I think other local realtors use him as well.
Is there any thought of maybe taking it a step further and like doing some interviews, you know, capturing some video of, you know, discussion with the groups involved with the development, the folks in the neighborhood? Any thought about maybe taking it like a step further to kind of document? Because it's a big project. That would be great if we could do that, and it was, we could find a way to.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had a discussion with him actually about that. And he said that that is within his work, so he could do that for us. I mean, it'd be more expensive. But Nate and I also discussed maybe applying for a rapid grant from Ball Brothers Foundation to help get this work underway, which those can be up to $5,000. So that might be a good fit for this work, especially because they're a big proponent of this project.
I'm sure that there are students at Ball State who would be interested in, working over the summer to do some of that.
That's a good idea too.
I think it's a good idea. Are there any other questions for Zach? I mean, we don't need to vote on this. You just need my signature and Jean's or Heather's.
Yeah, it would either be Jean's or Heather's as well as yours.
Either. Okay.
Yeah.
Just send that out and we'll get it signed.
Great. Okay, acquisition disposition. Like Dr. West mentioned, those two properties marked 100 properties sold, which is great milestone. 913 West Kilgore rehab, which is by Sadie Hannah, is underway. There's listed what she sent to me about what work has been completed. And there's also pictures of that work that's been completed. So that's an example of what a check-in can look like with those deed restrictions. And then property acquisitions from the county. So we've been having some trouble back and forth with the county with legal issues with some tax deeds we purchased. But 4 of those, I was talking to their lawyer the other day. So 4 of those have been completed. We're just waiting on final signatures now. So we should get those 4 properties. 3 of those are set to be given to Habitat for Humanity, and then 1 of those is for Urban Light. And then we also had 2 tax certificates that we bought at the 24 sale that were just taken to deed. I just signed the paperwork the other day, so we're going to get those, and 1 of those is for Urban Light and 1 of those is for Habitat for Humanity. And then the MRC properties, it's been cut down from the original 12, but we're going to get 9 properties from the MRC here soon. I think they've been sent over to the title company to have title searches done. Nate with First Friday.
We had no First Friday this month, and we're working on getting somebody set up for this February. We're talking to Tanya Said from Muncie Arts and Culture. They have a connection with somebody in Indianapolis that I think has created some kind of model for learning about the city or looking at the city from a perspective of arts and culture. That might be someone, or we might invite somebody to talk about the land bank legislation that was presented last week, HB 114, I think. 1411. Okay, I don't know. I've not heard yet if that got out of caucus or anything. But it just gives us an opportunity to talk about the need for if in the event that it wasn't approved, but this is something that we also need to be mindful of. So those are 2 possibilities. We'll keep you updated. And then partnerships. So we're partnering with Plan 203, second year urban planning students. They're going to be in Whiteley and Riverside, Normal City. In Whiteley, they're going to be doing what we've done in the past, where they do a conditions survey of every parcel in the neighborhood, and then they try to help us determine which properties have the most structural integrity for potentially salvaging, rehabbing. And then in Riverside, Normal City, which I'm really excited about, we're going to get that lay of the land, but then we're going to ask students to help us think about which properties might be able to be reverted back to residential. I don't know exactly. We're still working on that methodology, what that looks like, but I'm excited to we have a big class, 20 some students. So that's what's going on with that second year studio. And then we're also partnering with an architecture studio class, Tom Collins, Pam Hardwood, excuse me. As I mentioned before, we are thinking about the Old West End, thinking about, okay, now what comes next and how the land bank can get out in front of what might be coming, and thinking about quality of life, thinking about multi-use buildings, thinking about creating a corridor that might connect this housing development with downtown. And so their students are going to be helping us with that. I'm really excited about that. Anything you want to add there, Zach?
No, no.
And then we also met with Intend Indiana staff, Stephen Meyer, their, I think, CEO, and Jeb Reese, talking about what's next with them. And we got into a conversation about strategic planning, and they offered potentially to support us in that process. So that's something that once we start to nail down what that might look like, we'll bring that to the board. But we think it's a good time with where we're at, with this catalyst, with staff, with some money in the bank, thinking about, okay, what are we going to do? What's our goals for the next 3 to 5 years? And I think one of the strategies is, can we execute a strategic planning process that really engages our stakeholders? All the real decision makers in Muncie, in addition to neighborhoods and the folks and the nonprofits and mom and pop developers. So we'll be coming back with some more information about that as that conversation progresses. Any thoughts, concerns, questions?
Yeah,
and all
this is the
that?
privilege of the floor. I would like to say that I did take a look at the Kilgore pictures, and I think the roof looks great. I think it's promising to be able to get progress reports and pictures like that. So I think this is a good start to that.
Yeah, one more thing to add. The yellow house on the corner of Howard and Council. This is something that the mayor helped out with. We reached out to the building commissioner, and they were able to, I think, put four or five violations on there with a rehab order, because it doesn't look very good. It looks worse. I was giving the architecture students a tour the other day, and it looks worse than it has before. So it continues to degrade. So hopefully this will incentivize the owner to do something about it. And if not, the process is underway. So this is great.
It is vacant, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I hope so. I hope it is.
With the exception of maybe some squatters, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, something needs to be done with that.
Thanks for the update, Zach. Are there anything else for the privileged floor that we should discuss or hear?
In regards to that property, I am actually working with Joe Fillenworth, if everyone remembers him. And we're working with IU MBA in Columbus with that program, and the students are working on that property to think of other ideas for it, to try to have some ideas of what to do with it if someone were able to get control of it. So that's kind of exciting too, to have some ideas out there.
Cool.
That's cool. Anything else?
The last thing, Mayor, I don't want to put you on the spot, but if you could look at an email I sent you, that'd be great. Just, it's not super important, but whenever you get a chance.
Yes.
Sorry, if you're.
Is it muted?
Did you send it to mayor@muncie.in.gov?
No, I sent it to D. Reidner.
D. Reidner, okay. Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Unless there's anything else, our February meeting will be on the 20th at 9 o'clock right here on Zoom. And I would entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Someone's a second, someone's first. Does anyone oppose adjournment? Hearing none, we are adjourned. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a
you.
good weekend and stay safe.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
all for a great 2025. And thank you for being willing to continue, everyone. 2026. We're really excited and we're appreciative of everybody's commitment, energy, service. Thank you.
Thank you and Zach for a great year. Lots of progress.
And happy birthday.
Yes. Feels good to be 28.
Yeah, right.
It gets worse.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.